Good morning, fifth grade. Did you guys know that music is a part of virtually every community out there? Think about countries. We looked at this at the beginning of the year when in our PYP unit, how national anthems serve as music that bring together countries of people. Think about your favorite football club. There's usually a theme song there. Even TV series normally have an introduction song or a theme music that goes throughout the whole thing, bringing together the people that watch that TV series. Also, just think about your friends, maybe the smallest community that you've been in, your friends or your family. Normally, you'll have a few favorite songs that you listen to together that really bring you together, also. Well, in this crazy time where we can't actually meet and make music together, some of you probably heard this already, but some of our music staff actually wrote a community song for Berlin Cosmopolitan School. It goes a bit like this. So our project in the next days is to learn how to play that song on our instruments, and hopefully many of you will record that and send it submission to our whole school sing-along. Of course, one could choose to sing, just have to make sure you start on the right note. It's a D, so you can have your instrument with you when you do the sing-along. D, and make sure you start there, come together and sing with me, and so on. All right. So our goal for today's lesson is to figure out how to play this song on our instruments. Now it is written in a pop style, so it's not so easy to write down. I've provided some notes for you to use as a guide, but that's not the main way we're going to try to learn this music. We're going to try to learn this music using our ears. So make sure that you've got a device, or you can turn this video off for a second and turn on the other video, the YouTube video of the community song. And the very, very first step is to listen to it and try to sing along. So if you haven't done that already, please pause this video and go ahead and sing along to the song. All right, now that we know the song really well, it's actually quite what Germans would call an Ohrwurm. It's quite a catchy tune, and I'm sure it's stuck in your head by now. So next step is to actually listen to it again and try to play along with your instrument. Now you don't need to exit the video to do that because I've got it here and we can do it together. So just as you guys would, I'm going to start the video and try my best to play along with the instrument. Please join me now, and remember the first note is a high D. So violins and violas, you're looking at 3 fingers on A. Cellos are looking at 4 fingers on A, and basses, I recommend you actually to do a lower version starting on the D string itself. Okay? Or if you want, of course, you could also try it up the octave, starting in 3rd position, 4th finger, but the D string might be a better go for you. All right, here we go. Let's give that a try. Get your high Ds ready. This introduction always goes a little longer than I think it's going to. Make sure you've got a C natural waiting right after it. All right, there's a break. Now, if this is going super fast for you, don't worry. You can pause the video, go back to the beginning, or keep trying. right, and that last note, you could really either end on an A or you could go down to the G. All right, so that was the first try at it. Another great thing about that song is that it's very repetitive, so by the end, hopefully you had the feeling that it was going way better than it was at the beginning. All right, some of you might already feel comfortable going right ahead with the recording. Okay, so for that reason right now I'm going to explain how to record. If you think you need a little more help, listen through the instructions, and then at the very end of this video I'm going to go through the two main melodies much slower, and hopefully between listening to the slower version and looking at the notes you can get a handle on it. Alright, so instructions for recording. You're going to need two devices. You're going to need one device to record. When I did it I used my phone, and you're going to need another device so that you can play the music. And you're going to need some headphones too. So what you want to do is take one device, for example your computer, and pull up the YouTube video of the song with Mr. Ryan and Mr. White singing, put on headphones, and listen to the track, just like we did now, but with headphones. And then using your phone or another device that can record your video in portrait. Remember that, they want it in portrait, that means the long way. And then all you have to do is play along. And when you're finished, you should have a video of you with headphones on, just playing the melody. And you can submit that in the shared folder that I've sent you a link to, so that we can put it together with the whole school sing-along, and that will be very exciting. All right, again, we want definitely as many submissions as we can with the string instruments. It's important to me also that everybody tries. I'll be taking a look to see how that went, but if you're someone who really, really wants to sing, just let me know, and we can do it that way as well. All right, so now for those of you that like a little more help with the melody, please go ahead and take out the notes that I've sent you, the file with the music notes, and what you're looking at here is a score. So that means that you see the violin, the viola, the cello, and the bass. Make sure that you only are looking at your line. So if you play the violin, for example, you're going to look at the top and then skip to the next system or big group of lines and start at the top again. If you have a printed out version, it's a good idea to go with a highlighter and highlight your part. All right, so there's two main melodies in this song. And like I said before, it is in a pop style, it's pop music, so it's a bit hard to notate exactly. And if you listen very carefully to the way that Mr. Ryan and Mr. White are using their voices, you'll notice that sometimes things are just a little bit different. So for that reason, you want to learn the main melody the best that you can. Make sure you can play it from memory, and then listen to the video and do your best to play along. So the first part starts on a high D. And I'm just going to play through it once nice and slow. Okay? High D for everybody except for basses, as I said. You'll most likely be on your D string if you're looking at the notes I've sent. Alright, let's go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, go! How did we do? If you got confused and you were trying really hard to look at the notes, you might also take the time right now to remember what a tie is. Remember, a tie connects two notes, but it's only one sound. It's like a slur on the same notes. So look at your ties and let's try that once more. The melody number 1. 2, 3, 4, go! Great. All right, feel free to rewind and play along with me as many times as you need to until you feel that you're comfortable with that part 1. All right, the part 2 of the melody starts on a C natural, the part where Mr. Ryan usually sings, and there's a couple different times this comes in the song. I think a total of 3 maybe, if I remember correctly. It might be 2 or 4, somewhere around there. But anyway, set your C natural. Ready and go! Rest, rest. All right, let's get that one more time. Back to the beginning, C natural. Remember, your second finger has to be very acrobatic here if you're playing the violin or viola, because on the A string you need a low 2, but on the D string we need the F sharp. Same for cellos. On the A string you're using second finger, but don't forget the key signature, G major, tells you you need 3 fingers on the D string. All right, here we go. Make sure you're exactly sounding with me. 3, 4, go! Great work! Now you're free to try this as many times as you need to until you feel confident and ready to record. Do your best, and I really, really look forward to hearing all of your recordings. Have a great day.